Michael, what do you think? Because I've heard the criticism that, as Republicans move forward to other topics, if Democrats continue to focus on these Epstein files, that it could serve to be very polarizing in a way that doesn't help their case moving forward. What do you think of that?
I have two thoughts. The first is this was a horrific crime. And so I think we should take it out of the lens of politics and just focus on the idea that anyone involved in this terrible crime should be brought to justice. And I think we all should be able to agree that from an information perspective, whatever is necessary to release to the public so people are aware of what happened should happen. But on the other side, as a Democratic consultant, I don't think Democrats should be having this conversation. They have a real argument to make about this terrible economy under Donald Trump that they should be focusing on. You have 17 million Americans about to lose health insurance because of the bill that just passed. You've got skyrocketing prices. You've got skyrocketing rent and home prices. And so Democrats should be making the economic case, not focusing on Epstein or whatever distractions of the day that Donald Trump wants to throw out there. The way back to the majority for Democrats in the House and possibly the Senate is to focus on this economic message.
Should the Democrats not be doing it, to Ashley's point, if it is a bit of a race to the bottom in further polarizing this country?
Yeah, I think, speaking of what Ashley said, it really represents just how broken the American political system is in terms of we just have too few moderates in the House and the Senate. And that really is the way that things have always gotten done in America. As it relates to redistricting, it's a complicated process because certain states, for instance, the governor can decide to do that. In other states, you have an independent person who makes that decision. And either way, even if you redistrict, it's not always a solution because you then draw out voters of the other party into the opposite party's district. And if that happens often, that district then fills up and you may get a switch in terms of parties controlling those seats. And so that's not really a good way to go, certainly not a good way to go halfway through a decade. I think we have to come to some sort of normalcy and sanity in terms of our political process and get more moderate members of both sides in Congress so we can actually get more done.
Michael, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I give Democrats an 80-20 likelihood in the House that they flip it and that my former boss, Hakeem Jeffries, becomes Speaker. I do think Republicans probably hold on to the Senate, but they may lose a seat or two, and so it may be a slimmer majority there.
Okay, we'll see how those predictions line up. We'll bring you guys back after the midterms.
I may go closer to 80-20.
All right, Michael, Ashley, wonderful to have you both on. Thank you so much for joining us on BBC News Tonight.